Good morning. Thanks so much for joining me for this Mindful Monday. We're going to take 15 minutes to do some gentle awakening movement and some reflection. So, go ahead and get cozy, grab some pillows, a meditation pad, whatever you have, blankets, whatever you need to make yourself feel good, and meet me on the mat. And just come to a comfortable seated position. Roll your shoulders back. Turn your palms to the sky. Lower or close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale. And take a moment here to try to focus your thoughts on an intention for your day. A reminder, a mantra, if you will, to keep you coming back to a place that serves you well. So it can be one word: positivity, calm. It can be a phrase. It can be an affirmation. But just take a moment and think about what you need to hear today. What will help you the most? Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale. Flutter your eyes open. And on your next inhale, reach your right arm to the sky. Left arm stays at your left side. And we're going to hold this stretch for 3 breaths, really opening the lymphatic system. Bringing space into that area that helps us fight off illnesses. Helps to keep our immune system healthy. And then float your right hand down and inhale your left arm up to the sky, bringing your bicep to your left ear. Gaze is to the sky, or wherever it's comfortable for your neck. 3 long and slow breaths here. Feel yourself lengthen with every inhale. And float your left hand down. Bring your right hand to your left thigh. Left hand reaches behind you, or maybe for your right hip. Gaze is to your left. 3 slow breaths here again. And we want to keep our spine nice and straight. So with every inhale, I want you to lift your chest. And exhale, twist a little further. And release. Bring it to the other side. Left hand to the right thigh. Right hand behind you. Nice straight spine. Gaze is going towards the back wall. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, twist. And release, bring it back to center. I'm going to do another Some more work for the lymphatic system. We're going to do some neck rolls. So bring your chin to your chest and just roll your head all the way to the back. And then bring it back the same direction. Moving to the other side, roll your left ear to your left shoulder and all the way to the back. And then bring it back to the front. And just continue these half moon circles. First to the right and to the left. And if it feels good for you and your body, you can take full neck circles or just continue with the half moon circles. Take one more set here. And come to center. I'm going to move into child's pose. And you can take any version of this pose that works for you. You can have your knees tucked under you with your hands behind you, forehead to the mat. My favorite variation is bringing your knees the width of the mat, big toes to touch, forehead to the mat as you reach your arms out in front of you. And you decide what works best for you today, what works best for you this morning. Child's pose is a fantastic way to calm the body. It's also a great way to gently open the hips and open the shoulders, preparing those areas for the day. And while we're taking a few breaths in child's pose, I want to come back to this idea of an intention. Because the intention for this class for me is to set us up with a thought to reflect on throughout the week. And this week, I'd like you, and invite you to think about this idea of gratitude. It's something we hear so much in the yoga world. And we certainly think about it in the month of November, this idea of giving thanks, being thankful for all that we have. And just take a moment to really visualize one thing that you're thankful for. And slowly come out of child's pose. We're going to come into tabletop, planting our hands directly below the shoulders, knees directly below the hips. I'm going to do some breath work here. Inhaling, lifting the gaze, lifting the sit bones up, letting the belly drop down. And then on the exhale, we're going to tuck the chin, pull the belly button into the spine and round the back. Really waking the spine up here. Inhale, look up slightly, drop the belly down, lift the hips. Exhale, tuck and round, and really feel the movement here. Really feel the breath coming in through the body, filling you up. noticing any areas of tightness. Maybe you're feeling it in the hips or the thoracic spine, like I am. And just noticing what our body's telling us this morning. And you can continue taking cat-cows or maybe add some additional movement. Maybe shifting your hips from one side to the other. Taking some hip rolls. Maybe adding neck rolls to this, moving from one side to the other. Take 2 more cat-cows here. And come to pause. And we're going to come up onto our knees for this next one, gate pose. And extend our right leg out. You can have your foot parallel or you can have it pointed out to the side, just whatever is most natural to you. And we're going to slide our right hand down our right leg as we lift our left arm up. Again, getting an even deeper stretch in that lymphatic system, that left side of the body, really opening up and elongating the abdomen, getting into the hip area. And it doesn't matter where your right hand lands, as long as you're not pressing into your knee. And your gaze is towards the sky, if that feels okay, on your neck. And just find a place that you feel comfortable. Maybe you feel a little bit of an edge for the stretch. And breathe here. Take 3 slow breaths. Thinking about lifting the chest up as you inhale. And gently release. We're going to take our left hand, we're going to float it all the way to the mat. And then we're going to reach our right arm up and over our head, all the way towards the front. Beautiful, beautiful stretch here. Hold it here. Maybe you want to start to open your chest to the sky. And gently come back to center. Bring your right knee in. And then extending your left leg out this time. Again, you decide if your foot is pointed or turned in. Inhale, reach your right arm up and over. Slide your left hand down the left leg. Find a point where you feel you can hold it. And then breathe. You know, last week we were talking about finding that edge, finding the pause point. Not just in poses, but in life. This idea of, you know, when is it enough without being too much? When do we need to push ourselves to get out of our comfort zone and try a little bit more? These are decisions we make every day, and they can be difficult decisions to make. So the practice of yoga helps us do that on a very small scale every day. Where do I want to take this pose? Is this too much? Do I need more? Bring it back. And then we're going to float our right hand down to the mat, and our left arm is going to reach up in front of us. Your gaze can be to the sky if that feels okay for balance. You can even open the chest to the sky if that feels all right. Take one more inhale, stretch, and then release. Come back to our mat and lie down. Roll your shoulders underneath you. Extend your legs out, and you're going to bend your right knee in towards you, interlacing all 10 fingers underneath your right knee. Opening up the hip, gently massaging our internal organs. Getting digestion happening this morning. Promoting all those detoxification systems, our internal organs. And then gently release your right hand and use your left hand to guide your leg to the left. Gaze is towards the right. And just hold it here and breathe into this supine twist. And I invite you to come back to this thought of gratitude. And, in this world, the world of self-care, I feel like gratitude is thrown around quite a bit. But when we really pause to realize what this concept of gratitude can do for us, it's pretty amazing. One of the reasons I love yoga is that it makes you feel good, but there's actually a science behind it. And the same applies for this idea of gratitude. When we express gratitude, when we form these thoughts and say the things that we're thankful for out loud, it's actually been proven to calm our nervous system, lower our heart rate. It's been proven to stimulate the hippocampus and amygdala in our brains, the areas that are in charge of emotions. It can make us feel better. Bring your knee back to center. Let your right leg float to the floor. Pull your left knee in, interlacing all 10 fingers. Gently pull the left knee in. This idea of waking up in the morning and focusing our thoughts on what we're thankful for can be really life-changing for our day, for everybody we interact with. Gently guide your left knee across the body. Gaze is towards the left arm. And so that's what I challenge you to do today and this week. Challenge you to wake up and list 10 things that you're grateful for. And really think about them. Really visualize those 10 things. And can you come up with 10 different things each day? Can you, when you're feeling tired, when you're feeling angry, when you're feeling off, can you come back to those thoughts of gratitude? Bring your knee back to center and float your left leg down. You can gently roll onto your side and make your way to a seated position. This week, the challenge is to wake up and think of 10 things that you can be grateful for. And if you forget to do it in the morning, do it when you remember. Maybe you do it at night before you go to sleep. But this week, focus on gratitude. Thank you all so much for joining me. and I will see you next week for Mindful Monday.